Hey everyone, Keith Saarloos from the Saarloos & Sons Family Wine Company, coming to you live and direct from the tasting room, a place I spend more time than I do at home. I was struck by something. Usually we do these little videos out in the vineyard or in front of a press, but this morning as my 9-year-old son and 13-year-old daughter were heading to school, I pulled my head up out of harvest, which incidentally is still going. So since the last wine club shipment to now, we have been in the midst of harvest. But what I was struck with is the passage of time. And the passage of time is something we rarely look back at, and I thought today would be a great opportunity to do that because this allocation is so much about history. This little bottle right here is the very first bottle of wine that we ever made. And in a conversation we had last week, we found that we are one of very, very few people, if not the only one, that has planted all their vines, still farms it themselves, still picks it themselves, still makes it themselves, and only sells it in their place. That's very rare, but it's one of the things I think I'm most proud about. So this little bottle of Syrah, made back in 2003, has led to this moment. And I feel incredibly honored how far we've come from my son not even being able to walk in this tasting room to riding his bike to school every day. And I thought we could share a little bit of time. So the first wine we're going to talk about is Courage. I'm talking about the passage of time. This wine is made in honor of my great uncle John, who passed away in Cherbourg after making it up the beaches of Normandy over 70 years ago. John didn't have anyone to carry on his legacy and talk about him. So we felt it was our responsibility to keep him alive. And by keeping him alive, you die twice. You die once when your body gives up, and you die the second time when the last person says your name. And John Saarloos and this collection of Courage that we've made over the course of many years now has kept him in the front of our minds. We understand the sacrifices and the effort that it takes to do something great. And John Saarloos was kind of the leader in our family to do that. When my great-grandfather died, John dropped out of school, ran our family farm, and kept his family moving forward. They could have just disintegrated at that point, but he kept that family bound together. When my great-grandmother remarried, my grandpa and John went to enlist in the military to go fight the Great War, and they took the older brother and not the younger. And when they took the older brother, my grandpa made his way to California. And if I followed those two lines, if they took my grandpa and not John, we wouldn't be doing this today. But that decision, that point in our family where John went off to fight the Great War and give his life for our freedoms that we enjoy today, led to my grandfather making his way to California, meeting my grandmother, having 2 kids, having my dad and my uncle have boys and girls, which led us to farming, which we just celebrated our 20th year of, which I can't believe. All of those little pinpoints or those decisions throughout their lives have led to me standing here sharing this with you. And I think it's a great honor to talk about those people, but also to understand that this wine doesn't get in the bottle easily. It comes with an amazing amount of hard work. And I'm proud of not only John, but this bottle has led to us being able to make all the wine for the Medal of Honor Foundation, making the wine for the surviving members of Pearl Harbor. There was 12, now there's 6. And this label actually comes from a piece of paper that's signed by FDR, talking about how John gave his life for something so much bigger and the undertakings that humble most men. And I think John now deserves forevermore this place in our family of honor. And that is our 2014 Cabernet Sauvignon. Our next wine, our Family Tree. Family Tree is important to me because it is the culmination of everything that we do. There's over 6 different wines in here. There's some of our Fat Man Syrah, Little Boy Syrah, High Hill Syrah, our Grenaches from both vineyards, and our Mourvèdre. So when you think of a family, you think of it as a group, and that's what this wine is. It's all those different personalities in one bottle, but it is an expression of one voice, the Saarlooses. That's what this wine is about. On the label, there is a photo of an oak tree. And every year that changes because the wine changes. All of these wines are different each and every year. But that oak, when I look at these royal oaks, I think of all the things that they've seen, the changes, the weather, the everything, but yet they remain resolute. They stand there proud as the world changes around them. And that's what this wine really is about. We just started pouring it last week and it is exploding off the shelf. It is a home run of a wine that I am proud to make, and that is our GSM. Our final wine, our Petite Syrah. Petite Syrah is a really great grape. It has nothing to do with regular Syrah, but it comes from this little pocket of our vineyard on El Camino Real that's amazingly special. This year, when I was looking into our open top fermenter, I realized that all of the tonnage that we picked this year is already allocated to you, our family. This is the first time we've ever been able to pour a Petite Syrah on our bar, and there is less than 20 cases left as it explodes out the door. Honor and prepare is our family creed, and I think it's important to share that with these two, with John, with our family today, because it is who we are. We live to honor those that have come before us, and we live to prepare the way for those yet to come. Everyone in our family is constantly doing that. We're constantly thinking of all of the people that have got us to this point in our lives and how we are making decisions that will benefit the future generations coming up behind us. Wine is a small portion of that mindset, but to me, it is an opportunity for us to share who we are with you in a bottle. You know, wine's not about scores, and it's not about, hype or any other kind of, BS. What it is about is you open that bottle with someone you're with, and when you drink it, you're in the same moment. You are becoming closer together. It is a communion. It is the thing that drowns out everything around us and puts us right in the same bubble. And that is what our wine is meant to do. Courage, family tree, honor, and prepare is who we are in a bottle. It is struggle and doing the right thing when it's scary, which is courage. It is a bunch of people coming together to form something beautiful. And then it's having a creed or something to live up to that keeps our family moving forward. These magnums. Right now, as I was struck by the holiday season fast approaching, we wanted to do something and give back. And there's going to be a lot of things like this, but this is the beginning. Right now, our magnums sell for about $150 a bottle. We knocked down that price to $125 for two. That is up for sale on the website right now. And this is a way that you can bring one of these big boys to Thanksgiving dinner, to your holiday dinner, open it, and share everything with as many people as you possibly can. To share it on the table so that when you're sitting there, you're in the same moment, you're enjoying each other's company, you're mending broken fences and strengthening bonds. And that is what a Magnum is meant to do. There's going to be a lot of other things coming up. We have brown bag specials. We had an amazing time at Vineyard Day, which we're going to make bigger next year so more people can come. It's an exciting time at Saarloos & Sons. I thank everybody, all of our team that does this, that puts these things in a bottle and then is standing here behind this bar I built when this was just a pipe dream and ready to share it with you. So from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to work for the last 4 months to put this wine in a bottle for you so that you can go and share it with people you love and care about. So, for the entire Saarloos & Sons family, thank you. Live to honor those that have come before you, prepare the way for those yet to come.